Hey Empire, this past Monday, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 30-24 in overtime to remain undefeated and to conclude week 9. How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I am Unknown Emperor, bringing you the recap for this past week 9 and to catch you up on my predictions. Now, this past week was not so hot for me. I went 7-8. My first time in a long time going under 500 with my predictions. It was a couple of these games that I'm utterly shocked that I got wrong. But a couple of them, I'm just like, I should have never went against them. That was me just acting on the whim. I understand. Like the Baltimore winning 41-10 against the Broncos. I should have never picked the Broncos. That was just like a slap in the face. Like that was me disrespecting Lamar and Derrick King Henry, and I should have never done that. The Patriots and the Saints. Patriots lost to the Tennessee Titans in overtime. New Orleans Saints lost to the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers. It's crazy. It's crazy. So those two are now on my ban list. But the overall record, being as though we did just have a bad week with it being 7-8, we are now at 64. We are now at 74-64. So we are 10 above the threshold. So we can't really have that many bad weeks. We are already halfway through the season. We are getting kind of the layout, the landscape of it, but it's still enough games to where anything can happen. A couple of games that we were right on was Atlanta beating Dallas. Dallas is completely beat up, so understandable. Buffalo beating Miami. That game was a tight game, and we got a 61-yard field goal so that Buffalo can move to 7-2. And Miami, they fall to 2-6. So that was a nice top-fault divisional game. Another game we got right was Washington beating the Giants, and Washington just got better because just recently they traded for Marshawn Lattimore. Everybody want to go to Washington. Everybody wants to play for Washington now. That is like the hot city, the hot team. They're riding high. They're 7-2 right now. 6-2, 7-2. They are going crazy. Jaden Daniels has that team flying on all cylinders right now. Detroit beat Green Bay 24-14. They are by far the best team in the NFC right now. Even when they don't play well, they play well enough to win the game. The Rams, they won. They beat Seattle, but they are still not the best team or the team with the best record in the NFC West. That will be the Arizona Cardinals, who beat the Chicago Bears 29-9 to go to 5-4, and they are number 1 in the NFC West. Who would have thought that in week 9, going into week 10, that the Arizona Cardinals would be leading that NFC West division? I sure didn't think about it. I didn't think that. So maybe we owe Kyler Murray an apology. Maybe we owe Kyler Murray an apology. And then I got, Philly. Philly toughed it out. Philly won 28-23. And the highlight from that game was the backwards hurdle. If you hadn't seen it now, you're really living under a rock. Because everybody done posted this backwards hurdle. Saquon Barkley is a dog. If you've seen my Madden videos, you see I love using Saquon Barkley. Don't be surprised when you see me come on one of these videos with a Saquon Barkley jersey on, because that man is a dog. But that game was a whole lot closer than it had to be. Nick Sirianni be getting a little bit too cute. Now they say the team love it, so I'm accepting of it. I mean, I'm understanding of it, but I don't accept it. Like, I understand that the team rallies behind it, but I don't, as a fan, accept it because you left points on the board. 2 field goals, you could have kicked that 6 points, and it was 2 extra points that you missed. You took points off the board to go for 2 that we didn't get. But again, that defense proves that they are playing well. They are flying. I would like for them to get to the quarterback a little bit more. But they are playing at an extremely high level. Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. You got Isaiah Rodgers stepping in for the injured big play Slay. They are with Reed and CJ Gardner-Johnson on the backside. The secondary is playing extremely well. Next week we got the Cowboys, so we're gonna see in the predictions which way I lean right there. A couple of upsets that I had was Las Vegas beating Cincinnati. That did not happen. Joe Burrow threw 5 touchdowns, none of them to Jamar Chase, which is crazy, and they hurt my fantasy. Chargers beat Cleveland, and Chargers are at a surprising 5-3 right now. They are at a quiet 5-3 right now. Harbaugh has got them playing well. I know I said in the past video that I didn't really trust them. I still don't trust them, but I can't deny talent while talent is there. I can't deny a record, and they're above 500 right now. So I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Oh, the Saints losing to Carolina. The Patriots losing to Tennessee. Chicago losing to Arizona. I picked Chicago to win. They did me dirty. I picked the Colts to win. Did the Colts bench Anthony Richardson prematurely? Like, should they have given him time to flourish? Or did the coach feel like he was on the hot seat and he had to make a decision? So if he made the decision and Joe Flacco's no better and he loses his job, and they wasted a year of Anthony Richardson's development, then what happens? Then it's just kind of like a wash. It's kind of like a waste. That's messed up. What haven't we touched upon? We touched on a little bit of everything. The best games to me coming out of week 9 was Tampa Bay, Kansas City. That was a nice game. My game, the Philadelphia Eagles and Jacksonville, had my heart racing, but that was more or less due to bad decisions and coaching plays and. Green Bay, Detroit, that was a nice game. The Rams in Seattle, that was a nice game. Spotlight players, we can say Saquon, we can say Lamar Jackson, we can say the Chiefs defense. No, we can say Matthew Stafford, we can say Kirk Cochains, Garrett Wilson. It's a couple of highlight players coming out of this week. And like I said, unfortunately, we went 7-8 with how this turned out. But right now, Philadelphia sitting at a nice 6-2, going into Dallas next week. The landscape of the league right now is going into form. I have the standings right here. Buffalo leads the East. The Steelers, the Chiefs lead, and the Texans lead the South. And on the NFC side, Washington leads, Detroit leads, the Atlanta Falcons lead, and the Arizona Cardinals. So the divisions And there's like a 1 or 2 game gap in between them, other than in the AFC East, because the Buffalo Bills have a stranglehold on that AFC East right now that is theirs to lose. A couple of storylines coming out of Week 9 based out of is do teams like Dallas tank, New Orleans tank? Do they tank for a top pick and then pick best available? Another storyline coming out of it would be who's going to be the team to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and also dealing with the Kansas City Chiefs. Is this the new environment that DeAndre Hopkins needed for him to return to form? Because without a quarterback, he has always been a top 5 receiver. In my opinion, he was the number 1 receiver for so long. Does he return back to form and the Chiefs go undefeated, something like that, run it back, three-peated, and see where it goes from there? We have what is going to happen with that AFC. What's going to happen with either conference wild card? Because right now there's a bunch in the middle. There's a bunch in that 6 to 10 range. There's a lot of teams fighting for that. A lot of teams hadn't had their hard stretch. No Diddy in that. Do the Rams come back? Is Detroit going to continue to be the best team in the NFL? What happened with the Jets? Is this just a one-off? So it's a lot of things. Who's going to win MVP? Because there's a lot of candidates. There's Jared Goff, there's Lamar Jackson, there's Saquon Barkley, there's Derrick Henry, there's Patrick Mahomes. Even though his stats doesn't warrant it, you know, that's a quarterback stat. They give it to the best player on the team with the best record. And if he goes 16-0, his stats aren't going to stay this bad. Maybe. You got Josh Allen playing well. You never know. But that is my unknown recap of Week 9. I appreciate you for staying tuned throughout. Please leave a comment down below of your recap of Week 9, and be on the lookout for any other videos that we might drop here at the Empire. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all have a blessed one. I'll see you when I see you.